Sell us.
Well, they were gifted and they're the beneficiary of being well rested and, against what I would say is a team that has played quite well of late and was tired. So I'm not making excuses, but, they were the fresher team and, certainly, we'd like to regroup and, put another bunch of games together. So I think, I'm not going to, make too much of it, but I think it, could have been a little closer game if we made some of the plays that we need to make. But obviously, you have to credit them with being sharp and taking care of their special teams. They did a good job. We didn't do as good a job, but that's what fatigue and the rigorous schedule will do to you. And, we certainly wanted to put a good foot forward, and I thought we did, but we just couldn't sustain it.
I thought you had the tying goal there by Saddle, only to have it disallowed, they said, with a high stick, so that, again, had to be discouraging.
A lot of things went against us. I think, certainly you can look at that in particular. You can look at the too many men on the ice. We had to really search for it. We went back on our video in between periods to kind of look at it, and man, if you're, what you're looking, you have to look hard to find it, and, if anything, it's a quick change that had no bearing on the play, and as a defenseman, that just changed for a defense partner, and, maybe he took a few extra feet than he was supposed to, but, he never touched the puck. There was no bearing on the play, and, for a ref to be looking, usually the linesmen are calling that and keeping an eye on that. I was a referee from across the rink looking at that and making that call. So we were disappointed in that when could have easily called a slew foot on a hit on Jerry Domingo, Stortini, and those are the ones you want, not the too many men on the ice. So sounds like I'm bitching, but I guess I'm tired too, and I don't like it, but it's the way it is. They're fortunate with the schedule, and they made good on it.
Granted, tonight was a tough loss. What's your assessment of these past 3 days as a whole? Are the guys playing the type of hockey that you think will help them make that playoff push?
Yeah, well, disregarding tonight, I think we have played well, and we had a very emotional come from behind effort last night, and that takes its mental toll as well, physically, of course, but also, and we have been playing some pretty good hockey since the newcomers came on board, so we'll just get back on the horse again, we'll regroup and get her started again.
And what changes heading into Wednesday?
I'm sorry?
What changes do you think you try to make?
Oh, I don't know. We'll assess our team there over the next day or two and figure it out. We'll take a look at this work and we'll be ready for it. So get it back started. So, but obviously disappointing, and I think nobody's more disappointed than the players. I think obviously they wanted to do a little better job, and they just couldn't pull it off. So give Bingo credit.
Not a goalie, but did it seem Lewin was down really early on the second goal?
Oh, I don't know. You have to talk to Bobby about it, and I'll look at those. But I think we need to be better in front of them. I think
The guy probably shouldn't have that much space and time to get to where he got to.
Right. So combination of things are how they're able to work the puck that way. To that point, I mean, we have to look at that as well. So, but it's the way it goes some nights, and I think you do get a little help along the way. I think when a referee knows that a team's played 3-3 or less than 3, obviously with the early start, and they know that the visiting team is rested and didn't play the night before. It's the referee quite often, they would never admit it, but they quite often balance things out every now and then, and we didn't get any breaks that way, so it happens.
Scheller, what's his status?
Day to day, upper body.
Do you want to see Kia jumping in like that? want better judgment on who it's against?
Well, you know, what's he gonna do? He could two-hand them, you know, possibly, I guess, maybe, you know, but, you know, it's a slew flip, you know, in my mind. We'll send that in. So I like the fact that he stuck up for a player after, what we looked at was a illegal hit. So, you know. Again, you know, whether it was, you know, close or, you know, you're not sure, you make the call on that one. The guy fell backwards on his head, you know, on his back like that. If you're not sure, you make the call. It seems to be the way it goes. So we'll send that one in, and you know, they'll make the judgment call on it.
He is okay?
He's okay. Yeah, he was checked out, and he was fine. So, you know, I'm good with that. You know, that's somebody has to step in for what we call an illegal hit like that. So,
Kind of a weird feeling seeing players like Atkinson and Rowan on the other side for once.
yep. You know, played well. They were into it, and certainly I think we. You know, I'm not sure I liked our level of compete from some of the guys that opposed him. You know, not just speaking of you know, the matchup line, which you know, was the Odell line, but you know, there was other opportunities where we could have worn him down a little bit more, but you know, maybe that's an energy thing that you just don't quite have it. And, you know, it's a top line, and every time you match up against them, you got to play the body on them. So otherwise, they'll do the damage they did. So.
Good.
All right, thanks.